Hi, it's Lori from LoriStory.com again. The 12 by 12 overlay I made yesterday using a series of frames. A friend of mine saw it and she asked me to do a volleyball one. So I thought I would show you the other method to make the um, grid style overlays. And this might be a little bit easier for some people. With the frames, if you don't know exactly ahead of time how big you want each frame and make your frame to that exact size, before you weld them all together, sometimes when you stretch them, the borders get out of whack. So this is another way, but you do have to pre-think what you want to do ahead of time. So we're going to start again with a 12 by 12 frame. So let's draw a rectangle, select it, go to the scale window, and choose 12 by 12. Apply. And when you hit 12 by 12, okay, so we have that. Okay, now we're going to go to the offset window, internal offset. We're going to make this 0.20. When you hit 0.20, it doesn't look like there's much there at all, but once you hit apply, you will see that you have just a little under a 1/4 inch. I think that would be 1/8 of an inch border. So we're going to select both rectangles, and we're going to right click, make compound path. Let's fill it with black so that you can see it. So select it first, fill it with black. Now this is where we're going to do something different. We're going to use the line tool instead of drawing a series of frames. We're going to go over to the line properties, and we're going to make our line thickness at 10. And we want a solid line, and let's go to the line color and let's make it black. So now we're just going to start drawing a series of lines. This is again where you have to kind of think ahead of time. If you hold the shift key, you will get straight lines. Go from border to border, or maybe you want to go make a one that doesn't go quite all the way down. Or let's see, maybe one like this, and you can move this while you're playing around. Let's do, maybe break this one in half. And 8. This one. And then maybe select, do this one in half. And again, make sure none of your borders are going over. Okay, now when you're messing with or using lines, you're going to select everything. We're going to right click and we're going to make a compound path again. Now, for whatever reason, this is the 3rd time I've done this today, it keeps clicking out. I think I'm just having a program malfunction, but it keeps changing my line back to small. So let's just select everything, go back to the line properties, and change that back to 10. I'm going to change the colors back to black. And okay. I'm not quite sure why that keeps not saving it for me, but it did, so we can deal with that. Okay, so the name of her team is Argus, and I want to select a little bit different font. It kind of looks like their school font, and I'm going to put that here. I'm going to stretch it out, fit in this box. And I want to make sure all the letters are touching up on the top, so I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. Okay, and now I'm going to select everything, right click, weld. What I just did was weld the letters onto that box. And I'm going to put a volleyball in here as well. I just pulled off the internet. Go to the trace window, select trace area, select the volleyball, turn off the high pass filter, turn up the threshold a little bit, trace the volleyball, we can throw the image away. Let's fill the volleyball with black. And I'm going to place that in this little box. And we're going to select everything and weld. And there you have it. That is another way to do the grid work without creating frames that you're dragging into different sizes. But just remember, instead of welding your grid to your frame, you're going to make a compound path. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.